Hi everyone, today's tips will be about a very famous entrance of concerto, the number 5 of Mozart. It's got plenty of tricky places, but let's play it first, right? Right, now this is a very quiet atmosphere. It's a mood of tranquility. So your first gesture, your first entrance, your first note should right away reflect on that. So you should find the right gesture first before trying to play so many notes. Just the first note is already quite difficult. Then what you want to do is watch out for the intonation on the first 4 notes, because usually you will play the C sharp really sharp. Thinking of an E. Well, really, you should think of an A. And the tricky part of that is that usually you will lift a little bit your hands when you get to the extension part. You will lift a little bit your hands, and then when you want to go back to the C sharp, it's a bit higher than it was. So you should be careful either to make an extension very, very clean without moving your hands, or to move back your hands. Then once you have these first 4 notes, you should try and think on the first note to the entrance of the orchestra. It's not just any third note, and therefore your E should have something special, a change of color, and probably a change of speed of bow and vibrato. Now the vibrato, seeing that it's a piece by Mozart and not Brahms, I would considering not a very strong and fast and intense vibrato, but I think that in this mood of tranquility it should be something continuous. Now, you really need to try and do this in your sofa, you know, very, very laid back, very cool. The quietest possible, so that you will get eventually the idea of having it continuous and quiet. In this whole introduction, what is difficult is the phrasing, because you want to aim at something very long and not give accents every 4 beats, for example. here we have one. Not really. A little bit more. And there we are. And no, not here. Not here. Not really here. Not here either. And actually, not anymore. So we don't have many places at which we can aim. So we need to be very careful on this. And to help this, we really need to think of the distribution of the bow. For example, if you start here, at the very frog, well, you will have to go long, long way and give all the bow on the first note, so. And then do the same. And the same. That is not the sea of tranquility, right? So that's why usually we start it there. And we don't go to the tip. Now the temptation is to do, but we're not there yet. We're starting the phrase. So we need to keep saving the bow. A little bit more here. And we get here. And we're going to use those 4 notes to get to the frog. So you see, you really need to think whether you're going to use all the bow or just a little part of it. And how is it going to match with the phrasing? Now let's speak a little about the end of this introduction. This note, I do enjoy it as an open string because I think it gives air, it gives serenity, and it gives place for this note that should have a very large sound, very open, very natural. And then this trill should stop before the end, so that this could be vibrated finishing very, very quietly before taking a huge breath and starting. But that's a whole another story. Good luck and have good concerts.